How's it going, guys? Welcome to Quarantine Sports. My name's Scott Campbell, and we are live from my basement. Tonight we'll be covering the UFC, the Bundesliga, and then we'll end on the newest Michael Jordan documentary, The Last Dance. After Khabib Nurmagomedov was forced to stay at home due to COVID-19 orders instated by Russia's President Vladimir Putin, Justin Gaethje was the one to step in for this interim championship against Tony Ferguson. The fight ended with Ferguson getting TKO'd in the 5th round, but he showed some mega heart throughout this fight. Look at some of these blows that Ferguson took. Insane. Despite taking some monstrous hits from heavy hitter Justin Gaethje, thankfully, Tony Ferguson was released from the hospital only a few days after the fight. It's also important to note that UFC 249 marked the return of live sports, despite taking place in an empty stadium. Now let's take us to the return of European soccer. The Bundesliga is finally back. Like the UFC, each team played in an empty stadium, and they were all tested for COVID-19 before the matches. The highlight of the weekend for me was Dortmund's 4-0 win against Schalke, with Guerrero scoring 2 amazing goals. Finally, let's now take us to the documentary that's taking the quarantined world by storm. The Last Dance is a brief window into the career of the supreme and somewhat notorious Michael Air Jordan. Being someone that's not too into basketball, I didn't think I'd be invested in this one, but I was dead wrong. The most permeating part for me is Jordan's fierce competitive nature, and honestly, it's so inspiring. In addition to that, the side stories of his Bulls teammates like Dennis Rodman and Scottie Pippen were timeless and extremely entertaining. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Scott Campbell, and this is Quarantine Sports.